What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Jackson. I don't know how in the hell the Colts won that game yesterday, but honestly, I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to enjoy the fact that we won. Powers here, and today I'm here to talk about the Indianapolis Colts victory over the Tennessee Titans. We defeated them by a score of 31-28 in an overtime thriller. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the game. The first thing I got to say is thank God we won. We swept the Titans. That brings our division record to 3-2. We are second in the AFC South, and it's very big at this point in the season. The AFC South is still wide open. Either us, Jacksonville, or Houston could still very realistically win that division, and it's looking very good for the Colts to make the playoffs. And I just wanted to start the video out with that because it's very exciting that we're playing really good in the division this year. So let's get into the takeaways. My first takeaway is the play of Gardner Minshew. And today, it's not negative. It is positive. Gardner Minshew had one hell of a game. He was 26 of 42. He had over 300 yards, and he had 2 touchdown passes, including the game-winning touchdown pass. And he made a lot of good throws, and I think, in my opinion, this is the best game that Gardner Minshew has played with us all season. I mean, he looked pretty good. Aside from his fumble, he looked very good. Because even on the 2-point conversion that got pick-two'd, it was kind of his fault, but it was also on Zach Moss for not catching it. And it was just one of those plays. It was one little thing could have been done differently. It would have been a completely different result. But other than those two, Gardner Minshew played great. He had a very good game. He did plenty to win, and that's all you can really do in this league. And that's what we needed him to do. It was his first career game where he threw for 300 yards and won, which is crazy. But it doesn't matter. He got the job done. He led the touchdown drive in overtime that won us the game. Minshew Magic happened again, and I don't understand how Minshew keeps doing it, but he just keeps doing it. Like, he finds ways to win, and I haven't given him enough credit for that, for sure. I definitely take back every negative thing I've said about him. I hope we bring him back next year to be our backup, because obviously next year Richardson, when he's able to come back, he's going to be the starter, but Minshew is going to be a great guy to have on the team, and I kind of hope he sticks around. So that's enough about Gardner Minshew. The next player I want to talk about, which is my next takeaway, is Michael Pittman Jr. Not only did he set the franchise record for receptions in his first 4 seasons, overtaking Marvin Harrison, which is a great company to be in, he had an incredible game. I think he had 11 catches, over 100 yards, and he had the game-winning touchdown catch. And he was just open on every play, and when he wasn't open, he still caught it. Like, this dude catches every single play. If he doesn't have his contract extension by the time this video goes out, we have a problem, because he needs to be paid. I mean, he's setting all these records, most receptions in his first 4 seasons as a Colt. But he broke Marvin Harrison's record. You know how much of a big deal that is? And Marvin Harrison had Peyton Manning throwing him the ball the whole time. Michael Pittman has had Carson Wentz. Actually, no. He had Phillip Rivers first, then Carson Wentz, then Matt Ryan, then Sam Ehlinger, then Nick Foles, then Anthony Richardson, and now Gardner Minshew. He has had 7 different quarterbacks in 4 years throwing him the ball, and he has still managed to be consistent and very reliable. We need to pay him, and it also helps he's being very professional about his whole contract. He's not holding out. He's not talking about it. He's focused on playing, and we need to reward that. We need to pay him like yesterday. We need to pay him yesterday. He needs to get paid. He's a valuable part of this offense, and I would hate to see him walk in free agency. So, for the love of God, Chris Ballard, if you somehow see this, pay Michael Pittman Jr. That's all I have to say about that. You know, I've been a Michael Pittman Jr. truther since day one, and I'm starting to not be crazy. So, with that being said, that's enough about Michael Pittman Jr. I want to talk about another wide receiver who is someone I've talked very down on this year. His name is Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce had the game of his career. He only had 3 catches, but he had 100 yards and a touchdown, including a big play touchdown and then a big catch in overtime that set up the game-winning touchdown. Alec Pierce, I swear, any negative thing I've said about him, I take back. I take it back. I'm sorry, Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce, I have his jersey, so I thought highly of him, but going into the season, I thought he was going to be a bust. But I'm back on the Alec Pierce hype train because he easily the best game of his career. He looked good on his 2 big plays. He got separation. He's looking like he's finally figuring out the NFL and how to get separation and how to comfortably, properly run a route against a DB. And hopefully he can keep that up, because if he can be open for those big plays, that's going to help a lot. Because when we can open the offense up, it looks so much better. It runs so much more efficiently when we're able to have big plays, because that opens up the short game, that opens up the run game, and that just makes everything so much better. And it's refreshing to see our pass game be efficient and just be really good. It's nice to see that when our run game struggles like it did yesterday, that our pass game can carry us to a win. And it's going to be nice knowing that defenses are going to have to start respecting that pass game. With Jonathan Taylor being out, that's going to help our run game out a lot too. So, I don't know. I'm just very happy about how the offense looked. But that's enough about the offense. I want to get into the special teams, because the special teams had a big part to us winning this game. Because they had a blocked punt return for a touchdown. Then they had a second blocked punt, which ended up not being a blocked punt. I think they called it a fumble because the punter never got into a kicking motion, which prayers to the Titans punter, because he did get hurt on that second fumble/blocked punt. But the special teams looked very good. They really, really helped us win. Isaiah McKenzie also had a good kick return. Matt Gay made all of his field goals. The special teams looked very good. Brian Mason out of Notre Dame, we brought him in to be the special teams coordinator, and it really showed how effective he can be. Because I remember being a Notre Dame fan, watching him last year, watching Notre Dame lead the nation on blocked punts. When the Colts got him, I was excited. I made a video about it. So I think that's finally starting to show how good of a coordinator he is. And the special teams, very important part to the game, and they are a big part to why we won. So, yeah, that's really all I got with my takeaways. I just want to give a shout out to Shane Steichen once again. 7-5 has this team still in the 7 seed in the playoffs. We're getting hot at the right time. It's looking very good. This team is rallying around Shane Steichen. We're on a 4-game winning streak. We won 4 games all of last year, and we are on a 4-game winning streak this year. And it's just so crazy to me that this team is doing what it's doing, because we should not be in the situation we're in. Like, we shouldn't have even won that game yesterday. I know there's probably going to be people that are going to say the refs helped us. The officiating was questionable, I'm not going to lie, but we won. It doesn't matter how we won. We got it done, and we just look. I'm very happy with how the team has been playing, and we're looking like we could be a playoff team. I don't know how far into the playoffs we're going, but we can definitely make the playoffs. But all I have to say, Colts are going to the Super Bowl. So with that being said, I do want to name my game MVP, and it's hard to pick just one because the 3 players I highlighted, it could be any of them, but I got to give it to Gardner Minshew because he willed the overtime drive to happen. He was a big part to why we won, and he had 300 yards and 2 touchdown passes. He was a big part to why we won this game, and yeah, that's really all I have to say. My play of the game, I think, is going to be the deep pass to Alec Pierce in overtime. I know I forgot to do a play of the game last week, but that's sorry about that. But yeah, next week we do play the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati, which is a game I will be at. Myself, Decimator 13, and our friend Mikey are all making the trip up to Cincinnati to go see that game because Mikey and I are Colts fans, and obviously Decimator 13 is a Bengals fan, so we're going to go watch that game. We've had this planned since before the season even started, so when we bought the tickets, it was Anthony Richardson versus Joe Burrow. Now we're going in, it's Gardner Minshew versus Jake Browning, so it's going to be very interesting to see how it turns out, but I should have a vlog up of that game, and I think I'll do a recap as well. So I hope you guys are excited for that, and yeah, that's all I really got to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications, and for everything in the description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.